Out on the sea, searching for something that really found me. I didn't know it, but it drew me to it. Soon I was full of its passion in me. I'm Italo Labignan. 40 years I've fished the world and have learned it's not just about catching the fish, the size of the fish, or the numbers. It's about appreciating every sunrise and sunset, the smell of the sea, savoring the culture and the fish with friends. Here's the catch. It's the total experience. Presented by Bear Reels, versatile, precision, handcrafted hybrid center pins. Seabreeze boats, tame the oceans. Raymarine Electronics. Raymarine, simply superior. I love catching all sizes of Florida saltwater fish, offshore and inshore. There are times when I only have a few hours to fish, and I fish the intercoastal waterway. One of my favorite fish to go after, especially in the wintertime, is the lowly sheepshead. Today I'm heading out with our good friend Brian Drysdale and his pup Mambo. Judging from Mambo's excitement, he's either looking to the fishing or jumping in the water. Cruising at slow speed through Florida's saltwater canal system is a great way to relax, shoot the breeze, and get excited about the catching. Navigating in the narrow creeks and canals is beautiful, but I'm constantly watching the depth on the sonar and keeping my eye on the water ahead. Deeper 2 to 3 foot channels are tight, and mangroves grow out from the shorelines, and it's really important to pay attention and not bottom out. From seeing all the exposed barnacles on the concrete pillars, I know that the tide is low and that it will begin flooding soon, which is a great time to target sheepshead around the piles. I never get tired of seeing all the vibrant Florida mangroves and palm trees, especially in the middle of winter. I think I hear Mambo inviting that younger pup to see if he wants to join us. Not today, Mambo. We get out to the main intercoastal channel and the conditions look good. We go under a low and high bridge as we work our way out and check out the wooden piles from an old railway track. There are lots of bridges and docks that hold winter sheepshead, and it's tough to decide where to start. There's quite a few boats out that have the same idea that we do, to catch some fresh air and some dinner. By the time we get out to the first spot, the tide is already starting to flood and the current is strong. Not the best to keep your presentation close to the piles. We set the electric trolling motor on GPS anchor mode, just out from the piles, keeping the bow into the current, and we start drifting slip bobber rigs close to the piles as possible. The piles are covered with barnacles, and it's tricky getting a slip bobber rig close that's set to fish about 12 feet down with the current. Too close to the piles and you get hung up. Too far from the piles and the sheepshead may not see your bait. Nice to see an osprey on its nest. Not sure if it's telling us to leave or telling us to catch a fish so we can enjoy it. We fish the first spot for about half an hour without getting a bite or seeing any of the other boats land a fish. We decide to motor about 8 miles to our second location to see if we can find a spot off the beach that has less of a tide. We run the distance just off the beach, close to the shoreline to stay in calmer water. We get to one of my favorite concrete piles off the beach, and oh no, the tide is ripping and even stronger than in the intercoastal. We cruise back and forth looking for some slack water to set up the electric on GPS anchor mode, but there's none to be found. Even within casting distance from the beach, the current is ripping through. We go to a down current side of the piles and it's the same. Ever see the look on two anglers' face who are a little baffled because they can't find the right water to fish? That's us too. I remember fishing these concrete piles when the tide was slack high and I couldn't keep the sheepshead off my line. Can you tell I'm fishing the Gulf of Mexico? Look, we got a beautiful historical lighthouse. There's people on the beach. My rod's bent over. I've got a nice sheepshead on. This is fun. I love fishing, you know, but when you fish these old piles, bridge abutments, it's so easy to lose terminal tackle. This is another nice sheepshead. Came out right underneath the abutments that are in the water here. Look at that. What a beautiful fish. See if he'll stay on if I try to lift him. My friend Mike would say, use the net, don't risk it. Come on. Good one. Look at gorgeous sheepshead. Yeah, he's no monster, but you know what? He'll go probably about 14, 15 inches. What a beautiful fish. I love those stripes. There, hooked very lightly. Look it. Isn't that a beautiful fish? Gorgeous fish on a center pin. Benjamin, eat your heart out. You should be down here in Florida. He's the guy that makes these reels up in Canada. And I'll tell you what, they're high quality reels for fresh and saltwater fishing. Okay, he's going in the couloir. And we got a couple in there already. Look at number 3. Hey, might be the biggest one so far. Perfect. Come on. It's in the zone. You hungry rascals? Have some crab. Oh, there's a bite. Got him. Look at that fish go. I flip him in the boat because I know I can get bigger ones. Watch the spines. The little voice in my head is saying, watch the spines. Can do a world of hurt. Takes a while. Look at hook nicely. Just inside. Come on, let go. Open up. You. I'm talking to you. Relax. Come on, relax. You're not working? Work with me. Work with me, fish. Okay, there. I want to let you go. It's got the braid wrapped around his fin. Okay, nice one. Bye-bye. Come on, swim out of there. Nice size sheepshead. How am I gonna do this? Oh, good, he got off. And I'm gonna have to check my line, May line and leader, if the leader doesn't break. He's not a monster, it might be the biggest one so far. Gorgeous looking fish. That water's so nice and clear in the Gulf of Mexico. You know, they don't have a lot of stamina, so this guy's already finished fighting, but they sure have a lot of power to take you down into those piles. Look at beautiful fish. Just gonna put my anti-reverse on. I think they're such a neat, punky looking fish. When you look at those big dorsal fins and just the really hard head, you can see why they call them a sheepshead, right? Not to be confused with those fish that we catch back home. That's a freshwater drum. Sometimes I call those sheepshead, but this is a true sheepshead right here. What I do when I keep the crabs in the pail up at the front with me or at the back in the open daylight, it can get pretty hot. So what I do is I put a piece of foam in that small shrimp pail. This is a good size one. Yeah, he's got shoulders. Let's see if I can get this guy in the boat. You know what? Cooler. This guy's got shoulders. Just over here. Perfect. Yeah, here's the block I was telling you about. Can you see it down there? It's a block of foam. Watch what happens when I move it. Look, surprise. Look, they're all on there. So my friend Mike uses white. He says that white is actually cooler. I couldn't find a white piece of styrofoam, so I just used a black one. Look at, scary looking, like a spider. Look at. Actually, I'm messing with you. They're actually harmless until you get one latches onto your finger. Another favorite area I love to fish for sheepshead is fish houses located in large, shallow bays. These are supported by multiple wood piles that provide great cover and feeding areas for sheepshead. If the water is under 8 feet, I can easily anchor the boat with the power poles. This is great. Feels like a good one. It's a tugger.
That's what we want.
Okay, you better get the net and come around here, Glenn.
Okay.
Oh, good one. You done it. Good job. That's what we're looking for.
Baby.
Oh, I got to sit down for this one. Look, that's a little number 4 hook, and look how he was hooked. You know why I hooked him well? Because it's just in his gum. Because you see those teeth? See on this guy here?
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can pull him back. Look at those teeth.
Wow.
Man,
Fish.
Gorgeous, eh? Nice slab.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have a great meal tonight. Okay, see if this will pop out without the... You know what? If you can hand me those black pliers that are over there, Okay, if you want to do the honors, just pop the cooler open, and I'm going to drop them in there. Good thing we got a good-sized cooler. Wow, that was awesome.
Nice fish.
That was on a crab, and I got to check. You know what, though? I had a hard time pulling them out of there. Okay. Yay, Glenn.
Oh, wow.
Hope he's hooked okay. Man, got a lot of power.
Oh, wow. That's a good big sheepshead by the looks of it.
Yeah. Another good size one. I don't think he's ready yet. We've got the drag crank down. So, come on. Good fish. Man.
Oh, yeah, he's moving, too. He's moving.
Come here. You know, it's a bit of a compromise. You want to bring him in, but you don't want that hook to pull out if he's not hooked well. Yeah, it's another nice one.
Need some help there?
No, I'm okay. You just keep working the piles.
Okay.
We got to take advantage of this tide because once it starts ripping, we won't be able to fish it properly. Come on. Come on, a little more. Okay.
Wow.
Good size fish. Yeah. Nice sheepshead. Oh, man, that's a workout, Glenn.
Ooh, man, that's a nice fish.
When you get the pliers, yeah, you keep working it. I mean, it's not like fast-paced action, you know, like in between the fish, but they're quality sheepshead.
Nice size.
Look at, you know what? I hooked them so lightly. Man, look at those teeth. You can see how I hooked them just in the gum. Look at, that just fell out. That's why you gotta be so careful. You can't have your drag too tight. What a gorgeous scene. I'm gonna move the net out of the way so he's on that nice, vigorous mat. Look at, isn't that a nice sheepshead? Gorgeous fish. Great eating. That's a meal for 2 people right there. You know, these are such great fish. The only thing though, they're a winter fishery. When the water warms up, they'll move offshore. So from about, I'm gonna say November right through till January, February, you can have a great time catching these fish shallow, even in 4 or 5 feet of water. You can see them bouncing around on this mat. I'll tell you what, they are a great sport. They're not the easiest to hook up. They're a little bit tricky, but boy, do they fight well, and are they good eating. And this guy's a gorgeous fish. Glenn, any more hits?
No more hits.
Okay, you just keep fishing that house, okay? I'm gonna put this guy in the cooler.
Sounds good.
Oh, nice fish. Okay. You know what? I could do this all day long.
I guess.
Wait a sec. We haven't been doing this all day long. It's just that wind. Come on. Are you a keeper or not? I haven't seen you yet. Trying to get him around the power poles. Nice size sheepshead. I didn't think this guy was that big. It's so hard to tell. Good thing for a rubber net. Look, you can see how lightly they're getting hooked. And the only reason that hook is sticking on there is because it's in that gum line right there. Beautiful fish again. Don't flop out of my hands because you might spine me. Good eaters. You know, you'll see guys, Glenn, fishing off the piles. You know, like bridge piles,
yeah.
like even from road bridges and stuff, because these guys you can get from shore. It's just nice to be able to fish like this for them, you know, from the boat.
This is good fishing here.
Okay, I'm gonna put them in the cooler. Come on, get that line in the water. Closed captioning brought to you by Leguano, natural barefoot technology for every adventure. It's a little crazy. There he is. Bottom. Back to reality. Brian and I have tried different spots, but today it's been a grind. We go back to the railway bridge piles and keep at it again. Mambo settled down, and Brian finally hooks into some fish. So listen, how are things back home? How much snow do you think you have up at Richie's?
Well, I just keep thinking about you out fishing me at my lodge. So that's why I'm going to try to outfish you down here.
I don't remember it that way. I remember you showing me what to do.
Absolutely.
We got to think of our camp.
Oh, did you see the other one come up?
No.
Yeah, there's another one. Come right up right behind him. Got him?
Oh, yeah. This is a TV fish.
That's a nice one.
Can I? I'm trying to slide my finger, man.
It's hard getting under those plates, eh?
Oh,
They're so tight.
There. That is a nice, look at that, nice sheepshead. You know, we're just two grown-up kids.
Eh?
By the way, for those of you that don't know, Brian's got a fishing lodge. It's called Richie's End of Trail up in Canada, about, I don't know, 2,000 kilometers from here, something like that.
More than that.
More than that.
A lot more.
So this is a nice break for you to come down here and enjoy this great fishing. That's what people are fishing for.
Yeah.
Oh, look at up there and stuff.
Yeah, it's
Gorgeous fish.
and these are so much fun to catch too.
And
they fight
And we
hard.
do them on the grill. I cleaned the grill this morning.
Delicious.
Now, you know what? He ate it on. You can just stick your finger in there. and see
What
how
are you?
Here. This
Were
is
you
me.
really sticking your finger in there?
Two-man job, okay?
Look at that.
You are amazing. Good job. The piles only produce one nice sheepshead. We have one last spot to fish, a nice rocky shoreline under a big bridge where the rocks go down to 10 feet. Good fighter, eh?
Yeah.
I think the tide's doing a bit too. That's funny, eh? We just came in on this rock side of the bridge. Are you having it up for the camera?
Yeah, I am. No, actually, he's fighting nice. Here he
Get him
comes.
close.
Here he comes.
I know you say you don't need a net, but you know what? We want to have some fish for dinner.
We do.
Look at gorgeous, eh? With these punk spines. They're such a great fish that people can get right from shore. And in the wintertime, they come in inshore, you know, pretty well all around southern Florida. Piles, rocks. You hook them really well. Let me see here.
Yeah, he wasn't going anywhere.
No, roof of the mouth. Look at, let's see if we can see. This guy's got a good dental plan. Yeah, you can see those crushers, top and bottom. His front teeth to grab those crabs. Oh, there's those crushers. Yeah, do not want to put your finger in there. Okay, you know what? First fish in the cooler.
Nice.
We've got a couple of nice sheepshead for dinner, and it's time to head back. I start cleaning the sheepshead by making a cut down to the rib cage just behind the head. Next, I carefully work the fillet knife down the back and slowly separate the first fillet from the vertebrae at the rib cage. I repeat the process on the other side, rinse off the fillets, and proceed to remove the lateral line bones. When the fillet is boneless, I separate the skin from the fillet. Sheepshead have a tough skin, so it's relatively easy to remove the skin. Fillets are ready, and it's off to the grill. Today I'm going to be using a grill mat, but I'm also going to be placing the grill mat in foil so that the juices of the fish will keep the fish moist as it's cooking. I smear some butter onto the grill mat, turn the heat on to about 250 Fahrenheit. I season the fillets with my favorite mix of roasted garlic, roasted peppers. I place the fillets on the grill mat and settle them on the grill. After letting them cook for 20 minutes, I check the fillets and let them cook for another 10 minutes. I turn over the fillets and they are ready to be served and enjoyed. You know what? You don't need a lot of fish to have a lot of fun on the water. I just had fun being out with Brian Drysdale. Such a change from being up north at his camp in northern Ontario, Richie's End of Trail. And you know, we caught a bunch of fish, but we only kept 2 sheepshead. And look at, I don't think we can finish all this fish. These are the boneless fillets. I just used a light seasoning of roasted garlic, roasted pepper, a little bit of paprika, black pepper, a little bit of salt, all mixed in together. And I'm telling you what, it smells real good. Now, one thing that I did that's a little bit different, you'll notice that I've got a grill mat right here. That's this black thing. And the reason I used a grill mat is because I didn't want the fish to stick. You'll also notice, I don't want to waste that because that's really good stuff. The other thing that I did, I put foil. I'm going to put that right there because that's all the good stuff. I put foil underneath it to make a little bit of a tray because I wanted all these juices from the butter, and all I did was smear a little bit of butter and then all the seasoning that comes off to stay in there. Because otherwise on a barbecue, your fish won't stick to the mat, but a lot of the juices will come off. So I'm just going to turn that off. And because we only had one portion, like one of the grill mats, I can put 2 in here. I only had 3 burners on because you don't really need to use a lot of heat. I try to keep the heat at about 300 when I'm doing the fish. These look great. Brian? Oh, that's hot. Now you made sheepshead for us the other night.
Yeah, we did it blackened.
It was delicious. I don't know what seasoning you used on there. The herbs were delicious.
That was blackened spice I put.
Okay, well this is a mixture of my own.
Yeah.
So I know you're probably going to have dinner when you get back.
Yeah.
But let's have a few pieces here. We'll leave some of the bigger ones for our cameraman, who I know is starving. He hasn't eaten fish since last time, right?
That's right.
Yep. So let me just go like this here. How did you figure out the fishing? Because I know the first time you fished down here, it's not like fishing back home for walleye, bass, you know, pike.
And that was my challenge when I first got down here, is to learn the fishing down here. So I did a couple of different things. Guys in the park, there's an anglers club in the park, so I would go out with them. They would show me some spots. I'd take a GPS so I knew where to get back to. And then I would also take fishing guides, because nobody in the park would fish the intercoastals. And I'm going, I heard the fishing the intercoastal is awesome, especially like for sheephead.
Yeah. Good eating fish.
Yeah, so I took a guide out. He showed me a bunch of spots, and and then now, fishing with you too, I'm learning some more stuff.
Well, we're always learning, you know.
Always, yes.
We learned today that you don't just go and catch them, especially when you have 4 or 5 boats on your spot.
We had to fish today.
That's right, exactly, to work.
We weren't catching today.
We had a good guide. Look at how tired the guide is here.
Yeah.
This is Mumbo. Mumbo. Yeah, Mumbo, come on up. Make an appearance.
There you go.
You are so. Does Mumbo allowed any fish?
Sure, Mumbo can have some. You like fish, Mumbo?
Mumbo, you're amazing. Yeah, see, we worked hard today. We were a team, eh? I called for the net, though. You didn't get the net, Mumbo. Yeah. Anyway, so look, Saturday, I need your help to fish some of your spots. I'd like to get some more sheepshead.
Sure.
Can we do that?
Yeah, up by the jetty, the Venice jetty?
Sure. Yeah, or north of there, wherever, you know.
Yeah.
I've got the shrimp. We got lots of frozen shrimp.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's eat this fish before it gets cold.
Yeah.
And there's even if we want to get some live bait there too.
Oh, good.
As soon as you pull into the jetty there's a place you can get live bait too.
Good.
So, maybe they'll have some crabs. I know they're hard to get sometimes, but.
It's okay. If we don't get them, no problem. We will get them with shrimp.
Yeah.
Okay. One day I wandered out on the sea, searching for something that really found me. I didn't know it, but it drew me to it. Soon I was full of its passion in me. I'm Italo Labignan. 40 years I've fished the world and have learned it's not just about catching the fish, the size of the fish, or the numbers. It's about appreciating every sunrise and sunset, the smell of the sea, savoring the culture, and the fish with friends. Here's the catch. It's the total experience. Presented by Bear Reels, versatile, precision, handcrafted hybrid center pins. Seabreeze Boats, tame the oceans. Raymarine Electronics. Raymarine, simply superior.